There was a really cool statement that Jesus said because everybody was skeptical of different opinions. And he said, unless you see me doing the works of the Father, don't believe the words that I say. And that you can believe what I say based on the fact that you're seeing the reality of what I'm talking about. And it's tough to say that. I believe most preachers would have a really hard time saying that because they don't always get to see very much evidence. But the beauty of what happens in a setting like this is that we're in Methil Valley, Washington. It's like North Central, where a bunch of just rural people came together and spent a year unifying a community. They had no idea what to expect other than they believed that God was going to show up and give evidence of the words that were spoken.
We don't need fixed, we need healed. Man can maybe attempt to fix
Having the churches come together all through Methil Valley, and watch the transformation of lives. I'm speechless. I really can't. I know I belong to this family. I'm accepted for who I am, not based on my performance, not based on my background, heritage, none of that. But just the simplicity and purity that is in Christ Jesus that formed a bond with the people that I never met, like with Todd, like with you.
What is she afraid of? Her not trusting me is understandable. Because she can feel what's going on inside of me. And so if I'm really honest with y'all, since this ain't a show and we're doing family, like I'm finding myself getting nervous. What's that going to do for her? So this is my humanity I'm talking about. This is why I think the story, the life of Jesus, makes it to where in the midst of all of the pressure and all of the fear and all of the things that Jesus was exposed to, he still chose to trust and submit and give himself so that his life could become something so that you and I could be free. It was a ransom, it was a payment, it was a gift. It wasn't a joke. It wasn't cheap. It sure wasn't a show that day. I don't think I'm going to die today. But that's how far God would go to say, I want you to be without any excuse. That there's nothing that can separate me from you. That my love is actually going to bridge any gap. All you have to say is that you're willing.
The encounter that Todd has with that horse with God is something that's mesmerizing and one of the most beautiful. It's a piece of art.
This is why it is that the Bible talks about Moses was familiar with the ways of God, where the people were only familiar with the acts of God. And so these people got to see how the ways of God, the kindness, his love, his strength, and his power, all of it is the same thing when it's being expressed, and it produces something that's life-giving. And everybody got to watch what would happen in a horse, and then that got to turn around and see what's happening in the people sitting next to them, and realizing that we don't even have words to describe what's happened. We can't actually put human language to this tangible reality of the God that we can't see just made himself super real. And the faith becomes evidence. And what we got to see here is lives transformed and a community born again with a brand new hope and set of the ways of God on how to move forward to build their homes and their communities.